I'm Anna Porter, and I used to be a book publisher for many years. I was an editor for many more years before that, and now I write books. And I did know Irving personally. In fact, he was one of the first people I met when I joined the staff of McClelland and Stewart. I think I worked with him by default on possibly 10 books, but it could have been just 9. I'm a little hazy on the numbers. McClelland, who was actually a fine editor, that's Jack McClelland, a very fine editor, prided himself on not being an editor, kind of an odd thing, but he particularly avoided working on poetry books. And so Irving, who was, I think irascible might describe him best. Even at his most peaceable, he was somewhat irascible. I got Irving. I think he was a little bit, at the beginning at least, he was a little bit intimidated by the fact that I was and still am Central European, and he had some views on people from that part of the world that he enjoyed sharing with me at high decibels. So he also viewed himself then, and I think pretty much always, as part of the European tradition of poetry, in a worldwide view. You know, British poetry, of course, obviously. I mean, is one of his favorite. Dinner time descriptions of himself would include the words Shakespeare, Milton, and me. And he wasn't joking. He was deadly serious. And you know what? When I reread some of Irving's poems now, he wasn't really exaggerating. He was a wonderful poet, and his poetry even today stands up. I've chosen a poem to read now because it's a little bit unlike Irving's more bombastic poetry. This is a very quiet poem, and I really rather like it. So I will read Song for Naomi. Who is that in the tall grasses singing by herself near the water? I cannot see her, but can it be her than whom the grasses so tall are taller? My daughter, my lovely daughter? Who is that in the tall grasses running beside her near the water? She cannot see there time that pursued her in the deep grasses so fast and faster and caught her, my foolish daughter. What is the wind in the fair grass saying, like a verse near the water? Saviors that over all things have power, make time himself grow kind and kinder, that sought her, my little daughter. Who is that at the close of summer, near the deep lake, who wrought her, comely and slender? Time but attends and befriends her, than whom the grasses, though tall, are not taller. My daughter, my gentle daughter.